Friends, welcome to the Cook DeWitt Center at Grand Valley State University. Through the leadership of then President Lubbers and our campus ministers, John DeBoer and Tim Custer, along with many other business people in West Michigan, this facility was built as a home for campus ministry 30 years ago this fall. And so we are grateful for the generosity of families like the Honnenberg family and the Patmos family and the Van Andel family for creating this space for students to gather and worship every week at Grand Valley. We're thankful for this lounge and lobby area donated by the DeVos family, where students gather to laugh, to play, to cry, and to talk about what it means to follow Jesus here. And we're grateful for the Cook and DeWitt families, the main benefactors of this building, for their partnership in helping to create a home for campus ministry at GVSU. Over the years, we have seen Grand Valley grow from 12,000 students to 24,000 students, and we have wondered many times, how do we expand the capacity of this place so that more and more students can hear the gospel of Jesus Christ, can worship Him here, can have their lives transformed by what God's doing here. We didn't have any great ideas about how to make that happen until one day in 2019. We had a brand new staff person that just came on the team, Cody Zeiderveen, who was an alumni of Campus Ministry GVSU and was now working with us, knocked on the door.
Hey Scott, I just met with a ministry partner yesterday and they were wondering, would we want any land?
Maybe. So we sat down with these ministry partners and we told them about all that God had been doing here over the many years that campus ministry has been at GVSU, about the revival God was working in the lives of students. And then we said, why don't you come and see for yourself? Come to the well and experience what God's doing in this place. And they did. And as they walked out with tears in their eyes, they said, for 20 years we've been asking God, what can we do with this land that's going to help affect the faith of young men and women in this community? And that made us say, God, you've given us an amazing gift of the Cook DeWitt Center for many, many years. What new thing might God be doing with this new space? And so we began this journey in 2020. And then COVID happened.
And that was such a confusing and challenging time. There's this amazing gift that is being offered to us and these challenges of this current COVID season, and we just didn't know what to do with that. But we did wonder, and we did begin to dream about what might be the future of campus ministry. So the owner of the property said, hey, would you like to come walk the land? And so we came out and we walked the land. And he showed us the different boundaries and things like that. And then he said, hey, check out this amazing oak tree.
And I stopped in my tracks and I started to tear up. And he looked at me and said, are you okay? I said, you don't understand. Isaiah 61 runs in the blood of who we are as a ministry. And the oak tree is this powerful symbol. When the prophet says,
the Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from darkness to the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor, the day of vengeance of our God, and to comfort all those who mourn, and to provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. And they will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of His splendor. So God planted this oak tree over 250 years ago, an oak tree that started out as an acorn just like this one, and now stands firm as a sign of His faithfulness for campus ministry at GVSU.
So in December of 2020, campus ministry purchased this piece of property for $1. Let me show you where this piece of property is, you guys. We are in a cornfield right off from 48th Avenue between Lake Michigan Drive and 48 West, right across the street from the Meadows Golf Course. It's ridiculous. And so friends, will you pray with us? Will you wonder with us what God might want to do, not only for this generation of students, but for generations to come, for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, as we wonder about a campus ministry center right on 48th Avenue here at GVSU.